Good evening, everybody. Happy Sunday. I'm here because I want to talk about everything is not being agreeable and why everything cannot be agreeable. People think because you are a part of a particular group in the same ethnic group, or if you in the same sex, same gender, or you belong into a particular organization, that everybody's supposed to agree on one thing, or everybody's supposed to agree on everything. That's not the way everything works, because you have what is common and you have your differences. Okay? That's why there's a concept called compare and contrast. Compare means what is similar, meaning what is the things that are in common. Contrast means what are different. Okay? Just because you relate to somebody, right? And you're in the same family member doesn't mean that you're going to always agree with their point of views or their ideology. And I think people need to understand that everybody is not going to agree with every single thing that someone say. It don't matter how popular they may be. So I had one woman on the comment section. She put a statement that I am dangerous to women, and she hoped that I don't have any daughters. I will put this woman's name out. But she said I am dangerous to women, and she hoped that I don't have any daughters. Now that behooved the hell out of me, because this woman don't know me from a can of paint, for one. And you say I'm dangerous to women because I don't agree with a particular individuals and her statement and her commentary, right? I don't know what it is. I guess this person think because I'm a woman that I'm supposed to agree with everything that another woman say. And that's not how it worked with me. I can find disagreements. I'm not going to jump on the bandwagon because somebody is the same gender as me or in the same race as me. If I find something that's illogical or that's disagreeable, I'm going to point it out. That does not make me any, it doesn't make me an op. It doesn't make me an enemy of women. And how can I be dangerous to women if I'm a woman myself? That's quite interesting, right? Because I haven't done anything to put women's lives in danger. I haven't done anything to set anybody up. But because I have disagreements and opposing views about things, now all of a sudden I'm labeled as an op. But I'm using this as an example to say that do not let anybody make you feel guilty for not agreeing with them. See, everybody, and I'm glad that Robert Greene wrote the books that he wrote about the laws of human nature and the 48 laws of power. Because one of the things that he mentioned in his video that people who are in position of power, especially, they deal with egos. They have ego problem. And one of the major factors is insecurity. He writes in his book, Never Outshine Your Master, right? There's a reason why he said that, because those who are considered to be in a high position of power, they tend to be very insecure. Especially when they don't know anything. Instead of saying they don't know and they appreciate somebody helping them, they feel like somebody's taking their spot or trying to be a threat to them. But in human in general, what we have to understand by each other, there are form of insecurities. Especially when there's a situation where we disagree with one another about a subject matter or an incident or whatever it may be, it develops some form of insecurity around others. Because you don't agree. So now they feel like they don't have any power to convince you, to get you on board. Or it's just like if in a relationship, if a woman disagree with what the man is doing, how he run things, then he might feel like she's being a threat to him. Or he might feel like she's testing his manhood or making him feel insecure because she's not going along with his ego and not accommodating everything he's doing. And vice versa. If that man don't agree with everything the woman is doing, she feels insecure. She feels like she not getting enough validation from him because he doesn't agree with everything. What I learned in life, sometimes people are going to be offended by what you say. People are going to be offended by what you do. Even if it's not intentional. Even if you're not trying to cause harm, people going to look for any little pointers and try to use that against you because they feel like you are causing harm with your disagreement. Hey, Alexander. People feel like you are causing harm because of your disagreement. It's almost like you don't have the right to think for yourself. It's like thinking for yourself or using critical analysis is a crime to certain people. Thinking for yourself, questioning, and have critical analysis is a crime to certain individuals. That's how they feel, and that's how they take it. This is one of the reasons why I don't ever join organizations. This is why I don't join any political organization, social organization, or anything like that. If I do, I might take what I can learn and then go on by my business and make something useful out of it. But other than that, I don't join a lot of organization. Because for this matter and this reason, the moment that you point out an error or you express your disagreement to individuals about something, now you become a problem. And don't let it be that they look up to somebody who's supposed to be their leader or who's running an organization, right? Or a cult. You become the problem because you have questions. You are thinking for yourself. Or you giving commentary to regard the statement that is made. It's the same way with your parents. It's like with you being a child and they being the parents feel like the kids should automatically agree with them because they are the parent. And everything they say is right and exact. And that's not always true. And this is why parents run into problems with their children later on in life. Because they always want to be right and exact about everything. But the reality is you're not always right. You're not always correct just because you're a parent. You're not always correct, and you're not going to be always 100% correct. And that's something that people got to understand and they got to learn. We don't know everything. We don't have all the answers. And we can be wrong in our logic. We could be wrong in our information. And it has to be pointed out. Because that's what's going to help you in the long run as a person. When you know that your information is wrong, you go back and you try to correct it. But if you stuck in the ways of thinking that you know everything and you got all the answers, you're going to continue to run into so many problems. So many problems. That's one of the reasons why I point out the intellectual masturbators of what you call the conscious community, right? Those who want to be gatekeepers or those who consider themselves to be scholars. Because at the end of the day, it's not about the love of wisdom, right? It's about victory. Who know more than who? Who got more knowledge than who? Okay, you got more knowledge, but what are you doing that's going to help benefit people around you? See, debates that people have today, it's not about educating one another. It's not about bringing enlightenment. It's more so about who know more than who and who can outshine the other person. And if you're too busy trying to outshine individuals, right? If you're trying to outshine them, then you're not learning nothing. You're not picking up on nothing. Especially if your information is incorrect and it's wrong. You're not trying to learn. You're just trying to prove a point that you know more than anybody else. But be the same one that don't have enough solution. So again, everybody is not obligated to agree with every single thing that a person do, that a person say, and how they say it. Everybody's not obligated to think the same way. Now, we might want to use logic. However, everybody can't be logical. Everybody don't choose to be logical. Everybody have their own way of thinking. Everybody's going to think the way they want to think. No matter if the information you present is correct or incorrect. People going to think what they want to think. Now, getting back to the individual who said, I am a danger to women. And this person can't even explain how. But it was just so funny to me. It was very ironic. It's very ironic that you have another woman telling another woman that she's a danger to women. And there was no crime committed. There was no incident happening. Now, it would be a different scenario if I was put in a situation where I am forced to defend myself from a physical altercation or whatever. Then you might say, well, she is a danger to women. Because I've been in that situation where I have to defend myself physically. And I may have to cause harm to another individual because they put me in that situation. Now, if you look at it like that, then I can see where you come from. Then, yeah, that would make sense. Because I won't sit there and tolerate another individual putting their hands on me. That I won't do. But because of a statement and because of my disagreement, I'm in danger. I'm putting women's lives in danger, huh? I'm putting women's lives in danger and I'm dangerous to other women. But it's just funny to me. So this is why I just titled the video that I titled, Everybody Don't Have to Agree. There is going to be disagreements amongst people. Get over it. I don't have to agree with every single thing that a person say. Especially when I know the information or part of their information is flawed. Part of their information is irrelevant. Part of their information is not true. Part of their information is based on pseudo ideology. to bring about some form of manipulation to other people. If I know that, then you're right. I got every right to be in disagreement. I have every right to speak on it. And I'm going to stand on it. So it don't matter how a person might take it. A person might say, oh, she this, that, and other. I don't care. I'm not going to change my mind because there's another woman that says something. And it's another woman that's in my race. Just because she's a woman and she's in my race does not mean that I have to agree with every single thing that she say. Or just because that man might be in the same race as me doesn't mean I have to agree with everything he say or do. That's just not the way it's going to work with me. Anyways, I hope you all have a good one. I just want to speak on it. So peace to the chat. Peace and power and elevation to everybody. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, watching. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, share my channel, and check out all the previous videos that I have done. And again, don't let nobody discourage you. Don't let nobody stop you from thinking for yourself. All right? Don't let nobody tell you that you're wrong for asking questions and you're wrong for having disagreements. Period. Peace.